Hello, hello, hello. Welcome,
Hello.
welcome. We have Lizzie over here, Lizzie Jean. Who have we got in? We've got Susie that gets surprised for being the first one here. Yeah. Hi, Cookie Wookie, the fabulous mod. Linda V.
She is an amazing mod.
And Tracy. She is fabulous. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Legia. Anyway,
Hi, Mo. Hi, everyone.
Aaron. All right, today we are doing tags using book pages. And we know we all have a lot of book pages. Book pages everywhere. We're going to make some tags. We're going to get some inspiration from each other as we go. And who knows where we'll end up at the end of the stream. Inspiration from each other as we go.
Whoops, let me turn my... Sorry.
Hi, Karen. Welcome,
Hi,
welcome.
Linda, Karen, Mo, and Susie. Okay, so...
All right. I'm going to put you on full and you can take it away for now.
Right. Okay.
There you go.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for coming by.
Hi, Lizanne.
Using a
Hi, Carmen.
book called The Florist Review. It has so many amazing images in it. I got it at the thrift store. I think I only paid $1.99.
Hi,
So
Maddie.
there's so much in here that we can use for tags. So what I'm going to do, this is a beautiful image.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, it really is. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to...
Hi, Jennifer.
I don't want to tear anything out, but I have to. I think if I cut this, which is sort of looks like a postcard.
The first page is always the hardest to tear out. Rip, rip, rip. That's it, Tracy. Rip, rip, rip.
Especially since this is a really nice book, too.
Can Jean, what? Can Jean speak up a little? She's very hard to hear.
Okay.
Can you turn your volume up a little bit, please? Or speak up a little bit?
I can, yes. Let me know if it's better. Look in the bag. Can you hear me okay now? Let me know.
It's still very low. Still very low.
Okay. Do you think it will help if I turn my volume up on my iPad?
It may. Let me have a look at my audio settings.
Hello?
That's better.
It is?
I've just turned the volume up on my settings, so hopefully that will help.
Okay.
Is that better, Cookie?
I'm actually hearing you lower. Maybe it's because I didn't go the right direction with the volume. Hello?
Hello. Hopefully that's better.
It's because I have my air conditioner on. Let me turn my air conditioner to low and see if that makes a difference.
I was going to say, don't go cooking yourself. Hi, Dawn Marie.
Okay, how's that? Is that a little better?
Yes, it is. Yes.
Okay. I put it on low, so somehow I ended up turning you down, though, and I can't hear you.
Don't turn me down.
Okay, now I can hear you. Okay, I think.
Okay.
All right, technical difficulties. All right, so these are some really cool images to use for your tags. Now, what I have to make my tags out of, you can get certainly tags that are already made. You can
Hold on a sec. They're saying they still can't hear you very loud.
They can't
My
hear me?
volume setting's set to full on, so I can't turn it up any further here.
Can you hear me now, Rebecca? So some people are hearing me fine.
Right. Yeah, I hear you fine.
Okay. She said, you are very good, but Di needs to turn hers up.
No, you're a very good, Di, but you need to turn yours up. But I can hear her fine.
I'm sorry. I did turn it way up. Can you hear me now?
It's very low. Where is your mic situated? Is it in your
It's right
in your
here,
iPad? In your iPad? Okay.
Yeah, it's right where I should. I don't know why.
That's because I'm very loud, Lygia. I'm loud.
Well, no, I don't have ear pods on. So some people can hear me and some people can't. Not Afraid to Color says she can hear me fine. Now is good. Now is good.
I can hear you. You're lower than normal, but that's fine. I can hear you. Let's just move on. Whatever you did worked. Okay.
Okay. I hope you guys can see. Let me move my light a little bit. So what I was saying is you can get these tags. These are Tim Holtz tags, and you can use the pre-made ones if you want to, or you can take cardstock and cut your own tags. If you just cut the corners off and then just flip your little triangular piece over.
Technically known as a biddy.
A biddy, okay.
A biddy. Not like Biddy Penny, but a biddy.
With a D?
With a B. Biddy.
Oh. And then you have a fat tag. So.
Hi, Michelle.
You can use whatever shape, size you want. I'm going to use these, but I believe if I can find my cutter real quick, I think I'm going to cut them down a tiny bit because fat tags are fine, but I don't love the fat ones. I'm not discriminating. I'm just saying.
She likes them fat.
Now these.
She likes them skinny.
These particular cards are also really nice for journaling cards. So if you have images that you like and you already want, have a plan that you need some journaling cards, you can just leave these the size that they are. And fat shaming cards that tags. That's funny. So that's what I'm going to do with these. Oops.
Nothing is off limits for an insult on my channel.
I wish sometimes I had as quick a wit when I go to like PM Artist Studio or something. That some of the people there, their wit is so quick, and I'm like, I'm like,
they
okay,
are.
fine. So there would be a tag shape that you can use, and I just punched a hole on it with my generic crocodile that I got from Temu. I'm really sad about that tariff thing, because I used to buy all kinds of stuff from Temu.
Oh, that's my major shopping centre. We've had a big discussion about the old Temu thing. People are either totally against it or totally for it, but I say shop your budget. Don't go broke crafting. And if you see a product on Temu that is a direct copy of someone else's design, don't buy it. Report it. Simple as that. But we'll move on. Mo, just before we go on, Cookie Wookie, can you have a look and see if you can find Lizzie Jean's Ko-Fi shop? I'm trying to find, I can't find her because Ko-Fi doesn't have a search engine anymore. I don't know how to find it. Because Lizzie has some beautiful free digitals on her Ko-Fi that everyone needs to go and grab. They're gorgeous. Look at these images.
A couple. And if you, when we're making tags, if you don't have a book that you want to go through, you know, and you're crafting along, you can do.
So you're.
Okay, let me see if I can put it in there. It wouldn't let me do it in Instagram for some reason.
Okay.
I'll put it in.
We will find it. We'll find it eventually. That was just a little side note because she showed me some of her images before and they're gorgeous. I'm going to go get them.
Why isn't it letting me paste that in there? It's weird. Okay. So,
just paste it into chat here and we'll.
Yeah, it's not letting me.
We'll copy and paste it.
Let's see.
On the YouTube?
No. Let me see if I can.
Cookie, you're such a fabulous mod.
Isn't she? Did she find it?
No. She tried to find it yesterday to be prepared and she couldn't find it.
Okay.
It's gone from anything she could find.
Huh. I usually put it on my videos. So
Hi, Dawn.
I'm trying to. Okay, let's see. No. So it's if anybody's listening, or I will wait a minute, let me see if I can copy this one down here. Copy, no. Okay. So it should be ko-fi.com/Lizzie Jean's Artistic Chaos. And
can you just type it into the, not copy and paste, just type that into the chat and we'll find it from there.
Okay.
Thank you.
ko-fi/
Yeah, I looked for it yesterday too and I couldn't find it anywhere. She's got it. Give her a second. Woohoo, Cookie. My goodness, you're fabulous.
So feel free. Anything on the website is free. So you all are welcome to download whatever you'd like.
Awesome.
And these are just some of the ones I have. I have these words I don't have on there. I should, but I don't. These are some little girls with dandelions. They're blowing their dandelion seeds. And there are different kinds. And these are more realistic. So whichever kind you like. These are not mine. I'm not sure if I have these on there, but I have some scary kids on there if you do Halloween. Let's see if I have anything else. I have some Frida Kahlo and all kinds of stuff. So just go on there and have a look-see, and you're welcome to download whatever you like.
Beautiful. Thank you very much. Very generous.
You're welcome. Okay, so since I cut this one out, I want to use the leftover background of this one. So I'm just going to glue my tag right on the back of this and then trim it out. So what did you decide to do, Di?
I'm still looking for but I've just found it. Whoop, whoop. I was looking for a page, but I found it right down the bottom of my book. Box, I mean. Alrighty.
Oh, when you go to the pool, it really does take your energy. I understand that. I don't know the name. You're welcome.
Okay, put these away.
Thank you, Mo, for doing that.
So this was a book of vintage etchings, and I can't remember what the book was now because I ripped them out. Pages old, engraved designs, Paris 1700, 1770, for powder boxes. So these were designs that were etched on snuff boxes and things.
That's cool.
So they're cool. Let's use those. Yes, I had a book I found at the thrift store for $1.50, and it was all about etching and enameling jewelry boxes and snuff boxes and all that sort of stuff. Etchings, carvings.
Do you now when you say the dollar, are you talking about, is it the same in Australia as it is here?
So your dollar is worth more than our dollar.
I know it's not the same, but you use the dollar.
It's $1, yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you just used that terminology because most of us do, or if Australia uses dollar too.
No, we have 5 cent, 10 cent, 20 cent, 50 cent, $1 and $2 coins, and then our 5, 10, 20, and 50 and hundreds are notes.
Okay. That's interesting. Interesting, as my kids used to say.
And they are trying to phase out the 5 cent piece at the moment. So, like they did the 1 and 2 cent pieces a while back.
Well, I don't know where I heard this, and it's probably been a very long time ago, but they said the amount of pennies that they find like in dumpsters over the course of a year is just a tremendous amount of money because people, they don't want pennies anymore.
Yeah.
Hi, Gary. 65 cents to $1 Australian dollar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, Carrie. Welcome
Thank you.
Yeah, so they don't use, I think it's going the way for everybody that cash won't last very long. And neither will, in my opinion, neither will a lot of small stores, brick and mortar stores, because the robberies and thefts and everything has gone up so much in the last 10 years.
Where are you located?
I'm in
Brisbane?
Queensland, Harbour Bay.
Oh, you're
Sorry?
in Queensland. Okay. I was
Yeah.
going to say Brisbane, but
So we're about 250 kilometres north of Brisbane on the coast.
I bet it's beautiful.
It is beautiful. It's beautiful.
Ruffle down here, and it's not ruffling. Susie says, send all stray pennies to her.
So I don't know what it's like in America, but in Australia, it's actually illegal to deface a coin. Like you can't,
money.
not to drill holes in it or cut them up for jewelry or anything like that.
It's like that here as well, but one of the things that people like to do is put coins on the railroad track when the train goes by.
Oh, we used to do that on the tram tracks when we were kids. Yep.
Yeah, and flatten them. And then there are people who will write on the bills sometimes. I don't know that anybody has really gotten in trouble for defacing something, but they're not supposed to do it.
Right. I'm just over here trying to find something in my drawer, so carry on.
I have to pretty much keep everything close because I can't get up and, well, I have a small space too, so that makes a difference.
I'm just not organized. That's my problem. Just finding some lace because I want to make a lacy thing. I don't know what's wrong with me lately. Lace and pink and everything's coming out, and I'm not a lacy through pink girl at all.
You're not?
No.
I was looking at your boho one. What were you making, journaling cards or cards today that you posted on?
Are the retro ones?
Well, there was something you were posting on Instagram, and you said you were making greeting cards.
Oh yes, more pink cards.
Pretty. They were pink. Yes, they were pink.
They were pink. Yes.
Okay, I'm going to hope that by putting those clips on there.
Okay, where do we want this? Let's put that there. Let's get some lace layers happening.
Mo. She's... So, one of the other things that I tend to hoard is jewelry, vintage jewelry, or not necessarily vintage. I shouldn't say that, but like
jewelry.
Yeah, and I really need to go through that and get out what I can use, because do you have like a list of projects that you want to do that you haven't gotten to yet?
Yes.
Me too. And I often think, when am I ever there? For a while I wasn't doing really any videos, but I have, I think, 2 new ones this week. And I have one other one that I want to put out. It's about taking greeting cards, old greeting cards, and what you can do with them. So that's fun. Okay, let's
My whole year of using it or losing it is what inspired this series. I need to get rid of so much stuff. I can't move in here. It's claustrophobic, and it actually messes with your mojo when you're overwhelmed with product. So I'm getting rid of a lot of stuff.
Well, I agree about the decluttering thing. I need to do that, but I start going through my stuff and I'm like, oh, look what I found. Let me see what I can make with it.
Well, I have a big pile in my sunroom, and it's my de-stash pile, and it is as big as my craft room is. Like,
wow.
full of stuff to go. And I said, my husband says, oh, when are you going to get rid of that stuff? And I said, well, I've got to price it all. I haven't priced everything, and I've been pricing every day now, so it's almost all priced to sell. And then I'll have a garage sale, a yard sale, a room sale, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I've got to do it soon, because every time I walk past and I'll go, oh, that would look really good in this journal, I'll pick it up and take it back to the craft room. So it's got to go. It has to go. Ow.
There's a joke about us here. I don't know what kind of charity shops you have, but we have one called the Goodwill. And the joke is that you take all your stuff, you put it in your trunk, you drive around for 6
For
months
months. Yeah.
before you before
Yeah.
you drop it off. I put this paper here. I'm hoping it'll help with the glare, because the book page is a little those. Thank you, Carmen. Feel free to hop on over to my coffee shop and grab them.
Hang on, I need to go back to YouTube and find your link and pin it to the top. Hold on a second.
Oh. Mo found it.
Yeah, I've just got to pin it.
Yeah, okay. See, I told you we're more savvy than me. So, is this summer for you here? For you in Australia too?
No, it's winter here. Winter.
So what?
Yeah. So I live in Queensland, which is the warm part of the country. So we usually only get 2 or 3 weeks of actual winter where you've got to put a jacket and socks and stuff on. And then the rest is mild, and we're going to the beach today for lunch. So sunshine, T-shirts.
So your winters are not like our winters, where we
no, we don't get snow. We don't get sleet up here. Lower down we might get sleet. Yeah, it's very mild. That's why I moved to Queensland. It's like beautiful winters. So summertime we get some really high humidity, but that's usually only for a couple of weeks, and then it's beautiful weather. Beautiful weather all year round.
I prefer winter as well. I can't do the heat. It just really saps my energy, is the part of the problem. So
yeah, I don't winter. I don't like it cold.
And I don't like to use. We have window units for our air conditioner. I don't like to use those. I don't like the window unit. I don't like having to use air conditioning. I would rather just have my fan, but you can't do it like that because it's just too hot. So you either grin and bear it or or turn on the air conditioning. So
Okay.
your granddaughter comes sometimes?
So I usually have Tali every second weekend. She'll probably be here this weekend. I'm not sure. And she's been with us since she was born. So it's her second home here.
That's nice. I
All right,
have
I'm gonna
a friend that brings
go.
her daughter by. One's 2 and the other's 11, and they are just so much fun.
Of course, my husband's going to do the dishes right now. Of course,
Do what?
the dishes.
Oh,
Thanks, honey, but not now. Live.
my husband does the dishes.
All right, I'm just going to pop over and sew this lace. Got some layers of lace here. Look, she's got boobies popping out of her dress there. Didn't realise that. Look. I'll be back in a sec.
Okay.
Carry on.
I don't mind the saucy images. They don't bother me.
Ah. I'm going to have to sew this later because my sewing machine has got red cotton in it and I can't be asked changing it. So I'm just going to glue this down for now. And I will sew it later.
See, that had a U.S. accent to it. I can't. You are so amazing how you can do that.
What's that?
I said that accent I just heard a minute ago was not Australian. You must be hanging around your granddaughter playing Roblox.
Probably. I keep telling her, don't speak like you're an American, you're an Australian. And then I do it. Yep.
Did you ever watch The Serpent Queen?
I don't know.
Because that's the lady that I told you. You sound like the lady that's in The Serpent Queen.
Okay.
And I thought, when I heard you the first time, I was like, she sounds like that actress, but I don't remember her name. Creative DME Designs. I'm sorry, darling. I don't know your first name.
It's Dawn Marie.
Dawn Marie?
Okay. Yes.
I am in Pennsylvania in the United States. I live very close to historic Gettysburg, which is where the Civil War was fought. If you are from the U.S., you might know that. And I really love it here because we don't get the crazy like the floodings and the we haven't had crazy winters for a long time, so I really enjoy it here. because the seasons are relatively mild. I mean, we get really cold weather, but it's nice.
I need to back that, I think.
Now, when you make your vintage tags and things, do you add buttons, or do you keep them
I
out?
throw as much stuff at vintage tags as I can. Lace, buttons, flowers. They usually end up so bulky that they end up having to be a topper of something. So
Oh, someone empty nest scrapper says they're moving to Pennsylvania next year.
that's Maddie. Woo woo.
Maddie, you're welcome to come and check it out. I haven't traveled a whole lot in the U.S., but I do love Pennsylvania. We're right on the border of Maryland, so we can go either way. And
No, don't move.
Pennsylvania has beautiful fall too, because we have so many trees, different kinds of trees, and you get the different leaves that change.
See, we don't get that here. We don't have the changes in season aren't visible very much. We get die off of the grass in the winter, and that's about it. We don't get the big changing of the leaves, and which I miss because we used to do that in Victoria. Have an actual autumn, and you don't know it's spring until the flowers start flowering. But a lot of stuff flowers all year round. Sometimes it'll flower a couple of times a year, so a bit strange.
Have you ever been to the U.S.?
Never, no.
No, it's okay. You don't.
We actually we were booked to go to the US when COVID hit, and then we ran out of money.
Aww. Do you have family here?
No. Most of my family is Australia, New Zealand, and Europe. So have a lot of friends over there.
Yeah. Except for Mo, she's in the UK. It's hot here. Yes, it's hot here right now, which is kind of what would I say? Not necessarily unusual, but different for this area. And I think during the summers it does get hotter. So, yes. Wow, I'm not very far from Lancaster, which is the Amish country. They make some good foods.
I've got a friend sending me an Amish recipe book, so looking forward to that.
Yes,
So I've just started on my sourdough journey. I've killed about 3 sourdough starters. This one's looking good.
I'm not. I do like to make like a quick bread or something, but I haven't been baking I usually do cookies and all that at least once a year, especially in the winter time.
Yep.
But with my legs, I haven't been able, sadly.
Hello, Elizabeth Acosta Rogers. Yeah, I love cooking. I've always loved cooking and baking, and there's always something going. I make my own tomato sauce, tomato ketchup, and relish, and all that
That's
sort of stuff.
You're a homesteader.
I am a homesteader, and I've just got started making my own dry mixes, like gravy mixes and pancake mixes and all that sort of stuff.
Mhm.
Everything's just getting so expensive now,
It is. So if you can do it, by all means.
and you've got to watch what ingredients you put in stuff. You know, they've got so many hidden ingredients in packet stuff these days.
Yeah, I think the only packet that we use is like a ranch dip and a the taco seasoning. My
Quick
son
starter recipe. Hold on, I need to go back and read this. Just got
from Cowboy Kent Rawlings.
a quick starter recipe from Cowboy Kent Rawlings. Oh, you'll have to send me a link. I need to look at that. I'm really good at killing starters because I forget about them. Always got something more important to do.
Yes, it is. The groceries are probably, I don't know how much they've gone up, but that's beautiful, Di.
That's pretty.
Yes, it is. Let me zoom in so I can see what you put on the top. Okay, cool.
Hang on. I'll go. Just some layers of lace. This is out of that etching book.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, the lace is gorgeous.
Yeah, it's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different laces there. Beautiful.
Beautiful. What did you use for your base?
Actually use a bag from Ranger. Oh, I use one of these Ranger large tags.
Oh, okay.
And I stamped on it. I stamped with the stamp as anonymous stamp.
Okay, is that what I see at the top? I was thinking it was lace at the top.
This
see.
one.
I see. And you made that's beautiful. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a pretty one.
It's a pretty stamp, that one. All right, let me get it.
I like the floral.
Yeah, I use this stamp quite a bit as background, so.
You were talking about the online auctions earlier. Oh goodness, I have to be careful and not even go to them. If they're US based, I mean, I have bought some things from my Canadian friends, but if they're US and they just have a flat rate for the cost of the shipping, I just like to buy lace and old doilies and all that kind of stuff.
Well, I used to I used to work at a small town local thrift store. We call them op shops over here, opportunity shops. Mm-hmm. And they used to throw all this stuff out, the broken books and the stained lace and all that sort of stuff. And I'm like, no, don't throw it out, give it to me. And that's why I've ended up with so much stuff. And I haven't worked there for over 12 months now, well over 12 months, 2 years, but they still collect stuff for me, like any doilies that have got a stain on them or anything. I've got my own box in the back of this store. Throw that in Di's box. She'll love that. Broken books. I've had to tell them to stop with the books. I don't need any books unless it's, it's a really, really rare one or something, So
has to be something.
No books. But they throw lace in there, and if they get like a deceased estate of crafting goods or something, they ring me up and tell me, come and have a look before we put it out.
Oh, that's so nice. It's nice.
And then they'll say, take all these dies home and here's the packet. Can you price them for us? Because we don't know what price to put on them. And I put a really like $2 price on a lot of dies and stuff. But they say, keep what you want and bring the rest back priced and ready to be sold. So I've had to stop going there because I end up with so much stuff.
That sounds fun, though.
It is fun.
I often wonder how people get some of the things they do, because one of the things I've been looking for online are cabinet cards, vintage cabinet cards, and they're really quite expensive now. And I don't know why. And there must be some kind of research of them.
The lace is beautiful. Thank you. Cookie Wookie is very good at posting those links. Very good.
Yeah, I put that for you. It's a cicada.
It's a bug. Now, something for a topper. I think I'm going to use.
There's a little girl.
No!
Oh, no. What happened?
I just dropped half a box.
Craft attack?
Just dropped a half a box of these. Damn it.
Oh, corners.
I like to use the corners as page toppers on a lot of these. I mean, tag toppers.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I have some little jewelry, like clamps, ribbon clamps.
Yes.
That would probably look nice at the top.
I've got 100 book corners spread all over the corner of my room, which I can't get to. So that's going to be a fun find later on.
Just get your granddaughter to do it. Say, hey, babe, I need you to
get in over there, will you?
Yeah, because I can't get in there.
Thanks, ladies. I have a lot of tags with book corners in my videos. Oh, man. I'm just using gel medium to stick this metal on because it grabs really quickly, even though it takes a little while to dry.
Okay, I'm just searching here for a second to see what ephemera I have to go with my bug.
I miss my swimming pool, Maddie. We used to have a pool at the house that we had before we moved into the bus. And I swam every day, even in the winter when it was freezing. Even though we live at the beach, if I was younger, I'd probably still swim at the beach, but I think I've got fearful in my old age, and I've seen those fins walk while I've been wading in the water, swim past me. So it's like, nope, not swimming in there.
That would be scary.
I remember we walked the beach every day, and I remember walking in the channels one day with the dogs, and I turned around to see where my old dog was, and she's swimming frantically towards me, followed by quite a large fin.
Wow.
I was like, nope, not swimming in there anymore. Grabbed her, ran, and I was only like not even 5 deep, just above my knees. Wasn't a little shark.
When I was younger, I really enjoyed going to the beach, and I would get in there and the waves would, come at me and knock you down. But then as I got older, I started to like feel things under the under the ocean floor, and I'm like, I don't know what that is. So I think I'm going to skip.
Yes. Hi, Sunny. Thanks for joining us. We're making tags 2 out of book pages. And that's crooked. Handmade. It's crooked.
I probably should have used gel medium for this little thing, but as long as I can tack it down where it doesn't go anywhere, I'm good. Do you gel print dye?
I throw paint at a jelly plate. I wouldn't call myself a gel printer. I'm not very good at it. But I have fun. Does that count? Beautiful.
Yes, definitely. I think that's the whole idea. And then if it's something you enjoy, then you just get better as you go.
Hi, Patty. Thank you. Yeah, I've never been huge on gel printing because I find I need a whole desk just for gel printing. I can't do it in my small space. I take over the dining room table when I gel print. The same with painting. When I paint, I can't paint here at my desk. I have to go and use my big easel because I paint on a really big scale. So someone was asking me to do some painting on some of my lives, and I really struggle with doing it in a small scale because I've always done big paintings. Like my smallest painting is probably 2.5 foot by 4 foot. It's quite large.
Yeah, that is.
That's my small paintings.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't paint. I haven't painted. I should put it that way. But I do enjoy the gel printing. I had gotten a gel print years ago.
I find that if you're enjoying something and it brings you joy, and you end up with something usable in the end, who cares if it's good or bad or what other people think? There's a really good saying I read somewhere, I can't remember where it was, and it said that there was a new artist showing for his first time. Not a saying, it was a story. A new artist showing his stuff for the first time, and a critic went up to him and said, I can give you my opinion if you want it. And the guy said, yeah, sure, give me your opinion. He said, well, it's not very good, but it's not very good. And the artist said, that's okay, give it to me anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that. So the artist's opinion didn't matter to the artist. If you
Right.
enjoying what you do and you get joy from it, just do it.
I agree with that. I
And
mean,
comparison is a killer of your artistic flow anyway. Never compare yourself to somebody else's stuff, because they are working with a different product, with a different mindset, with a different the different tools. Um, just do it. Just enjoy the process.
yeah, sometimes I get nervous because I want it to turn out a certain way, but then I think, what looks okay to me may not look okay to somebody else, or what doesn't look okay to me, someone else may really enjoy. So I just do what I do, and it's if you like it, great. If you don't, that's okay too.
I was watching Karen McCoy, who's in the chat now. She does. She's doing watercolor month on her channel, worldwide watercolor month, and she was saying something the other day about the cheap watercolors versus the expensive watercolors. So if you're watching a person who's watercolored all their life and they've tried all the watercolors from the cheap ones to the expensive one, they've got their favorite, and they've got their favorite watercolor brush and they're watercoloring and it's beautiful and they're showing you how to do it, and you're sitting at home with your Dollar Tree paintbrush and your $3 palette that you've bought, which is fine, but don't expect the same results from your product that the tutor is showing you, because they work so differently. But you're still going to enjoy and you're still going to learn technique.
Yes. I watercolor is something that's a challenge for me. However, I have some good watercolor. I have the. Is it called Gansai Tambi?
Yes,
Okay, I have
however
those.
you want to pronounce it.
Yes, that's what I have. And the only thing I think about them is I don't know if you've ever used them, but they're very opaque. So you have to
And the filbert, yes. Go the filbert. Sorry.
is maybe choose to use less is more with them, I think.
A lot of paints have a different pigment value. So the amount of pigment that's in a paint ranges from brand to brand. The quality of the pigment used ranges from brand to brand. So you might get the same color in one brand and another brand, and when you put it down on paper, they're just completely different.
It's a lot like Patricia says. Your paint and your paper definitely make a difference.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, because I can think of someone talking about what you said about the different paints, expensive versus inexpensive. I can think too about paper being that way as well. Expensive versus inexpensive paper will make a big difference with your project.
We love our filberts, Karen McCoy. This is my Royal Langnickel. Use it all the time. Very stained, very scruffy. Love it. This is a brand new one from Royal that I've never used before. It's coming up. And this is my Big Bertha filbert. I love my filbert brushes.
So tell me what a filbert is. Is it
So filbert is the shape the shape of the brush. So you have, I have so many filberts and I can't find a flat brush now. Okay, so you have a flat brush, which is flat across the top.
Right.
And they're good, very good for doing broad strokes and washes and things like that. And then you have a filbert, which has this rounded top on it. So that's very good for doing petals and things. So you can use the tip and then fan it out to get that leaf shape. It's very good for shaping.
And these that I got, now these are inexpensive, of course, but they're fluffy.
They're good for washes, doing lots of big stuff, I suppose. It was Linda that asked a week or so back where you bought your brushes. Are they brands you would recommend? Everyone has their favourite. I really like Royal Langnickel brushes. They don't shed. Royal and Langnickel, if you can read that. They don't shed. They hold a lot of water. If you're using watercolour, they're still very good with acrylic paint as well. And I also use, my other favourite brushes are, let me find, are Art Basics. So it depends on what you get in your country. Art Basics brushes are a middle of the range brush. They're not expensive. They're not exactly cheap. So, $7 or $8 for a brush is a good price. And this is another of my favourite brushes, and that is the Angle Shader. And I'm going to actually bring this up in a Wednesday night after we finish the collaboration. Different uses for different brushes. And my favourite watercolour brush is Roymac. Affordable. Now, watercolour brushes, holy crap, watercolour brushes can range, a good watercolour brush that will hold a lot of pigment and a lot of water can range from $40 to $200. These are $40 brushes, and they are from Roymac. And they're imitation sable, so they're not real sable, but they're imitation. They don't shed. They hold a lot of colour. You don't want a brush that sheds a lot, and there are some really good brand brushes out there that shed quite a bit. And what I say by shed, they lose their hair halfway through a painting stroke, and you've got to try and pick it out, and it's really, really annoying. So, yeah, there is very expensive brushes, but I like these Roymac brushes for watercolour. They're a mid-range, but and they don't hold this shape. Yeah, when the one big mistake that people make when using watercolors, if you're new to it, and I've seen it a lot, is they don't use a brush that holds a lot of water, and they don't use enough water when they mix their paints. They try to use that watercolor paint like an acrylic paint. So you need a lot of water, and you need a brush that holds a lot of water and paint.
That's probably what I'm doing wrong. I'm probably not using enough water on mine.
But you don't have to. You don't have to use it. You don't have to buy an $80 brush. I have $80 brushes because I like the $80 brush, and at the time I could afford it, and now I can't. And if you buy a good quality brush and you look after it, you don't have to replace it again. You buy cheap brushes, they fall apart, you got to replace them, and you've ended up spending that amount of money on the same brush you could have bought the $40 brush for. Brush talk.
Mo says she likes Escoda brushes. I don't know that
Hang
brand.
on, I need to. The Skoda brushes. Well, that's the brand that I don't know here. Because I owned the art and craft store, you'd have people come in and ask if I had a certain brush or could I get a certain brush. And they were artists that were selling their art, their paint. So I would get in that and I would buy a set of those brushes so other people could buy them if they were highly recommended. So I don't have a vast knowledge of brushes. I don't have a vast... I don't have a knowledge of all the brushes out there, and people get brushes from different places and they can't get the brush that I had, or I can't get the brush that you had. So I can only go on what I have used and what I've sold. That's it. Oh, really?
Well, you know where I get my brushes? Temu. No, I'm just
Hey, look, there is a company on Temu that I'd have to look it up, I can't remember it is, they only sell art supplies and they make their own art supplies, and they do sell a really good brush there, and I'll have to find it and I will write it down because they are really good brushes.
Yeah, I'm some people are really brush snobs and they'll only use certain brands, but I'm
Absolutely.
not. I'm not.
I don't care what the brand is, as long as it does the job it's designed to do. If your brush is $2 from Temu, it doesn't shed, it holds a lot of water, and it works well for what you're doing, go for the $2 brush. Absolutely. I am not a brush snob. As long as it does what it's supposed to do. Hi, Esther.
Royal Langnickel.
Royal Langnickel are good brushes, and they have 3 different series in there, in each category of watercolor, oil, and acrylic painting. So they have 3 different sets, and they have 3 different series in each set. So they have a student grade, an artist grade, and a holy shit, that's expensive grade.
Well, I think I have some of their acrylics here in the US. They're not an expensive brand. They actually sell, I'm pretty sure, Royal Langnickel at Walmart here.
Yeah, so as I said, they have 3 different series. My favorite watercolor brush is the Royal and Langnickel. So this one, does it have a price on it? No, it doesn't have a price on it.
So when you had your shop, did you have beads and things like that?
Yes.
Oh, nice. So you know how to. I like to make dangles and tassels and all that kind of great stuff.
Yep. So my shop had 4 rooms. It was a massive shop. It had the front part, which had the counter and a big glass open case that had beads and charms and findings and all that sort of stuff in that shelving. And then one side had all the mediums and pens and pencils and paints and stamps and sprays and all that sort of stuff, crayons and pastels and you name it, whatever came, there was a whole side of the shop that had all that stuff. Then there was another side that just had tools, paintbrushes, crocodiles, spatulas, you name it, whatever tool There was in a section for that. There was a section for stamps, dies, and embossing folders. And then you walked out there, and then I had an open office with which anybody could see in. Like it had a really low pony wall all the way around. That was my office. And beside that, I had a gallery, a small gallery where local artists could come and show their paintings for sale. There was a couch there and a coffee table, and you could sit down, have your lunch, and look at the paintings. And then on the other wall, there was stencils and papers, cardstock, watercolor books, all sorts of different stuff in there. And then behind that, I had 2 workshops. One was for painting, card making, scrapbooking. Whoever was teaching a class, there was a classroom there, and on the other side was what we called the dirty room, where you could do mosaics and clay and anything like that. So we had classes for a lot of things, and it was a really big shop.
Sounds beautiful.
It was beautiful.
One of
Hi,
my,
Debbie.
you know Becky from Becky Bokern.
Bokern, yes. Yep.
And the bead place. Theirs is pretty large too, and it doesn't sound like it was as big as yours, but they do beading and crocheting, and then of course Becky teaches how to spin wool roving.
Yeah.
So they have a nice area to do classes and things, and I think they don't even have to open every day because they're doing so much online business, which I think is great. I'm an online shopper because I can't get out.
I'm an online shopper now because I don't people very well. Public people.
Yeah, that's what they say. Like, it's too people-y out here for me today.
Yes.
Too people-y. Hi, Jen.
We are going to finish up about 11:30, 11:45 today, because I'm going out to lunch and I have to people, so I have to prepare for that mentally.
You'll have a lot of fun, I'm sure.
I will. They're a great bunch of people.
They're people you know, so
yes.
Will be extremely difficult today. Just today.
I'm going to.
Today, it may not be. So another thing I like to do on my tags is I like to Natasha from Treasure Books? No, Susie. I'm not, I don't know where. Natasha's not in the United States, I don't think. She may be. No, I don't know where she is. She in South Africa? I don't even really know. But I don't think she's in the United States. But anyway,
Natasha
no.
from Treasure Books is in Australia. She's not Australian, but she's in Australia. Yes.
Okay, so Susie, I know her because she's in New Zealand. Maybe, I don't know.
I thought she was in Australia.
I don't think she's near Diane. Is she, Di?
No, she's South Australia. I'm pretty sure she lives in South Australia.
Okay, they weren't sure if she was there or Netherlands or New Zealand, somebody said.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's in Australia, in South Australia. I think in one of her videos, I thought she was in somewhere overseas, but no, she's not. I'm pretty sure she's in Australia. So
Yes, Treasure Books is in Australia. Yes, I do.
yeah.
I have watched her videos. I think she's very clever, and I like how she shows you several different versions of the things that she makes. But I don't follow. I follow a lot of different things, a lot of different people. So I'm not particular to just one. There, Kathy's Garden is also really good, but you're supposed to follow me, not Natasha from Treasure Books. You're supposed to follow me.
I'm getting the glitter out.
Seven Plaza, I like her too.
All right, I am going to show you a little technique. I'm going to put some leaves on this one. Hang on, if I can get.
Show us the technique.
All right, so I've cut a hole with my punch out of this tag, and I've backed it with just some sticky tape. This one's just happens to be brown because I'm going to make this into a naturey one. I've got some glitter, so the sticky is actually facing through this hole. And I'm going to glitter it. I did this with stars on a Christmas card on a journal.
So is it like double-sided tape?
Nope, just single-sided. So you stick it from the back so that the sticky is facing through the hole.
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. And it sticks well. Huh? That's cool.
Oh, it's raining. No, we're having a barbecue.
You know what Susie just said?
What did Susie just say?
She says she hates glitter.
How rude. We can't be friends.
Lygia. Okay, I'll see you later. Talk to you later. Bye. Comadre, te quiero mucho.
Bye, Lygia. Have a good day.
Oh, we're having.
I'm sorry, but I am head of the movement of Make Glitter Great Again. So I will not have it be spoken about like that.
Of course not. Of course not. Glitter gets everywhere and stays where it gets, except on the project it's put on. That doesn't.
It's a gift that keeps giving. Don't be so rude.
Sometimes you find glitter in places that you wish you didn't find it.
My doctor thinks I go to a lot of effort when I go for my checkups because I've got glitter in places that only he can see.
Oh, dear. That's funny. Glitter is... I have some larger... I was looking at those. Were those Martha Stewart?
Yes.
Okay, because I have this one, but it's chunkier glitter.
Oh, hang on. I'm still on me. Get off me. Yeah, I've got a whole set, and they come in, these are little diamonds. They come in stars, they come in circles, they come in all sorts.
Yeah, I have some of those too. I'm going to have to try your technique because I do have a hole punch.
It's really good for doing snowflakes on Christmas cards. It's very cool.
I love snowflakes.
Me too. Even though we don't have them here, well, not in the northern states anyway.
So the only tape I have close is masking tape. I wonder if that would work. The only thing with masking tape, it's not always sticky. Where's the beginning? Oh. So how do you feel about washi tape?
I have a buttload of washi tape.
Me too.
And I very rarely use them. I'm starting to use them a lot more now.
Okay, so that is kind of sticky.
Oops, what did your husband hear? Carmen, sorry. Whoops. Husbands shouldn't be eavesdropping if they're not prepared for what they hear.
About the bits, oops. About the gator. About the gator.
About the bits.
Yeah, they have this commercial here about that all body spray from Secret. And they're like, you could even use it on your bits. And I'm like, that's so rude. But, commercials are a lot more. They're a lot more.
There's some really weird commercials lately. Really weird.
A lot. What about the one where the woman, I don't know if you have the same commercials we have in the US, but this one's about doctor on demand. It's a doctor you can get online. And the girl's on a plane and it's like, oh, so you have a urinary tract infection and you found a doctor online and your antibiotics will be waiting for you at the hotel. Now, please, and then it says, now, please brace your uterus for turbulence. And I'm like, what? That's so dumb. That's so dumb.
Funny. That's funny.
I'm like, the poor girl, she has
wrong, but it's funny.
It's wrong but funny, yeah, well.
Yeah.
But I was thinking, now why would I don't understand why they would say that last part, but I guess it's stuck in my mind. Okay, I tried your little thing and I don't know if it's going to stay on or not because this is the chunkier kind.
Yeah, just press it on.
Thank you for coming to visit.
Thanks, Maddie. My husband would pray.
He would pray on your crafty chair. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm getting to where I can't really see well. Cannot see well.
What?
What?
Welcome to my what? You said there was a show. There was an ad here on YouTube that started out saying, welcome to my vagina. What?
Oh,
what did she say?
Who was that? Who said that?
No, it was an advert, I think.
Oh.
Need something for the center of that, and then Oh, it's raining. We're supposed to be barbecuing. What the hell?
Did you know you were supposed to get rain today?
No.
Oh. Well, maybe it's
What?
just.
Crap.
Do you normally get when it rains? Does it normally stay all day, or can it be just a quick downpour and then?
Oh, look, we can get torrential rain and then nothing for the rest of the day, but it's looking really black out there.
Huh.
I don't like it.
Hopefully they'll have a place to put it inside or something. Okay, I'm going to put my little experiment in this little, I want it to be shorter because I want to be able to see the lady's face. And I'm going to stick it right in here. And it has a little pocket for the glitter that's probably not going to stay on there because that's just the way things work for me.
You can always put a little bit of glossy accents on it if you want it to stay.
Okay, I do have that. Now this tag I cut a little wonky. I like it like that. Not everything has to be straight up and down, right?
Definitely not. Definitely not. Mine's crooked. Handmade. It's allowed to be crooked.
That's good. That's a good way to look at it. So you're still doing your intermittent fasting?
Yes, I am. Yes.
How's it going?
It's going okay. I'm getting very hungry, so I think I'm going to have to change the timing. So it was going really well for a while, but now I'm getting really hungry. So, like, really hungry.
How many hours were you doing?
So I started off with 12, and then I was like 12 and 12, and then I went to 16. And that was going really well, 16. But yeah, I'm getting really hungry, so I think I might have to go back to 12 and 12 for a while.
Well, do you try to do it during, like, let's say you, well, not everybody sleeps 8 hours, but let's just say you slept 8 hours. Do you try to do your time while you're sleeping and count that as the 8? And then you
so what I was doing was I was breaking up that 16 hours. So if I had 8 hours sleep, I would do 4 and 4 between, like 4 after and 4 before, whatever. And then have another fasting in the middle of that. So I'd sleep for 8 hours, I'd eat for 4, have another fast, and then eat for 4.
Okay. So I was able to do 12 to 16 without any problem, but I think what makes it or breaks it is if you
Bye, Debbie. Bye, Susie. Thanks for coming.
Bye, loves. Thank you for coming. Is if you can eat like proteins, those types of things, because they're going to make you full longer.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's not always just cut and dry. You have to work with it to see what best goes with your body. But I would just do coffee and that was it. But then I got to where I needed to eat more regularly.
Yeah, I started getting headaches and stuff, so it's like I need to eat. I need to eat properly. So I'm just watching what I eat more. So then I'm watching what I eat more now than I did before, and not worrying too much about the intermittent fasting at the moment. I just need to get my head fixed, like it's affecting giving me headaches, and it's affecting my words. Like I can't find words, and I don't know whether that's got something to do with the fasting or not, whether my brain's tired or whether I've got something wrong with my brain. I don't know. I've had trouble finding words, but lately it's been a lot worse.
I have that problem, but it's I think mine's related to some of the medications I may take. So check your medication list, and look them up.
Yeah. Yes, Brenda, it does include cookies and donuts for breakfast. Eating properly, as long as you have your pinky raised, that's proper eating. All right, people, I'm going to have to wrap it up here. Let's see what Jean has done for us today, and I'll show you what. She'll show me hers, and I'll show you mine. Yes, I know. I've got to learn to be kind to myself. Yes, thank you, Cookie.
Yes, that's it. So, I used an image from the book here for the background. This one was a digital, and this is another image from the book. So I have 3 tags. I tried Diane's glitter trick, and I have more glitter on my table than I have on my tape. I might not have the right tape. All I had was
yes, you do need a very sticky tape. Packing tape is really good for that process, because it's clear and it gives that better twinkly look,
Mm-hmm. Thank you,
and it's
Mo.
they are beautiful.
Thank you,
Well
doll.
done. I only made 2 because I was too busy yakking. Yakety yak.
I can fuss over mine because this one's not quite, the middle one's not quite finished, but I need to put some kind of topper on it. But
You need a book corner.
Thank you, Jennifer. It's good to see you. I'm sorry for anyone I missed.
I always miss people, but they know it's hard to read. And all right, so I made this big one with all the lace. I'm going to sew around this, so I have to change my. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layers of lace. This is out of a book that has etching designs and that for jewelry boxes and snuff boxes and things. So she's got a little snuff box in her hand. So this is a whole book of those plates for etching. Use the book corners for the tag topper. This one, I did the cutout, put some tape. I will cover the back of this one so you won't see that tape. It's got the glitter, it's got the leaf trim, and I've put some browny gold pearls on that one. So it's a nice plain one. And that's got the book page, which I glued in spots, let it dry, and then ripped it off. So you've just got bits of book page.
Really pretty.
So that's what I did.
Yes.
Judy, I am not going to make it to your live. Sorry. I'm going out for lunch if it stops raining. If not, I'll make it to your live.
Well, thank you for having me, Diane. I really appreciate it.
Thanks. You're welcome. Anytime. We're going really well. I don't even know when my book is to let you know who's on next week. Just give me 2 minutes to amuse yourself for 2 seconds while I run and get my book.
Talk amongst yourselves. If anybody is a Saturday Night Live fan, you know exactly what I mean. Carmen? Are you coming or going, dear? Oh, how about that on the top of there? That looks cool.
Just so happened to be at the other end of the freaking huge house. Goodness gracious me. All right, next week we have Vanessa. Vanessa from Clemens Crafts is on with us next week, so that'll be a hoot.
And are you up to date, or do you have room after Vanessa?
Okay, so after Vanessa, we have Chiquita. Then we have Cheryl from Inked Pulp. And then we've got all of this blank space. So from the 21st of August, we are free. If anybody wants to be on, please let me know, because otherwise we're going to start recycling people. If you want to be crafted, please let us know. Give me a message. Instagram, I'm the same name as this on Instagram. You can message me there if you want to come on. We've got a couple of ladies that I'm going to have a talk to from PM Artist Studios, a couple of their stencil designers. So we've already had a couple on from PM Artist Studio, including Mariah. So so if you want to be on, come and play.
I'd love to see you get Eddie over here.
Yeah, Eddie and I are in talks. He can't do lives while he's still living at his brother's house. So when he gets his own place, he's more than happy to come on. So
all right. Well, thank you. I really appreciate you having me, and I hope you get to enjoy your barbecue despite whatever weather situation.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure because it's raining pretty heavy at the moment. It doesn't look like it's going to be good.
Oh.
But anyway, all right. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming. Next Wednesday is decoration time on the Rustified Journal with Jan, Katie, Fiddly Bits. And we'll see you then. I'll see you around the traps. Thanks for coming. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Thanks, Mo, you fabulous lady.
Thumbsy upsies. Bye.